Hello, everybody. I think I'm live. Just sorted out my hair. Welcome. This is Anita of Liberate Me. If anyone happens to be here live, we literally just announced this, so it's more likely that you're going to catch the replay. But welcome. Whether you're joining us live or whether you are getting the replay, we are in a very opportune moment for creation. So, a supermoon, sacred geometry, activation reading to activate the energies that be in what we call inside of Liberate Me, the sacred geometry reality world, that we all have our own individual one in the macro, is now closer than ever to our sacred geometry micro world. Okay. And if you don't know us at all, then okay, someone just letting me know that I'm live. So that's good. Just making sure you can hear me. And that's wonderful. Beautiful. So if you've not heard of this at all, don't worry. Trust you will receive what you require to receive through it. If you want to know how to actually relate this very specifically and precisely to your sacred geometry soul design signature, which is in your micro being, to the big sacred geometry sources and energies that are moving right now, then the link will be in the box and it's complimentary at the moment, which is pretty cool. So let's get into this activation reading today. Say hello, say how you're feeling right now, because there's some big messages moving, some big energies moving. So let's get right into it. Now, I'm going to say there's going to be at least 5, if not up to 10, because usually they come through thick and fast, of creation activation messages that are available for us all in the sacred geometry macro energy. And then it gets more bespoke to us in our sacred geometry reality world. If you like universe, your sacred geometry reality world, which is also in the unseen. And then in your micro sacred geometry, which is in you, your sacred geometry soul design signature, which has 4 elements. If you have that, then you get to relate this specifically to that. If you're inside of Liberate Me as a client on some level, inside of some container, you can be with this, you can share what comes through, and we can activate it very precisely for you to harvest the potent creation energy of receiving what is yours to receive right now like never before. This is a crazy opportunity right now. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. And it's certainly activating here, and I want it to activate for you too. And you want it to activate for you too, right? So put in right now into the chat or write down for yourself what you're really desiring right now, what you would love to have happen, what miracles, what would feel miraculous right now for you. Okay, so we can start to move that energy together here today. We like to do things for real, not just give you information or knowledge or generic information, but really to allow you to utilize this fully, to have this activate into creation of what you desire or even better. Now, we don't call it manifestation inside of Liberate Me, not because we're being funny buggers, but really because creation has around it what we call a sacred geometry operating procedure, if you like, for it to work. For what is pre-created for you in your sacred geometry reality world to come in from the unseen in the macro into your physical reality for you to enjoy here on earth, if you like. Okay. And right now, that is closer than ever. Okay. So I'm excited for you, as you can see. We got a few people here. Do say hello. All right, let's get into this. So we actually have 2 this month, supermoons. And what it means inside of Liberate Me and inside of your sacred geometry and bespoke to your sacred geometry soul design signature is very different to when we talk about this generically and widely, where you'll get a lot of knowledge and it's all very nice. It sounds very exciting and you can definitely feel the energy. Yet to utilize it for specific creation can become very, how do you say, it can become very intangible. Okay, we want to make it very, very tangible. More, hello, my love. Beautiful to see you. Okay, so let's jump in. And if I don't see the live chat, it's because I'm not looking at it, right, all of the time. I'm not ignoring you, but please comment. The more you're commenting, the more you're sharing, the more you're feeling, And we want to keep it sacred. That means we want to keep it in love, okay, for the potent creation energy of the collective here. The more you're acknowledging, the more you're reciprocating this energy, and the more you're saying yes to the desires and the miracles that you want to come in now. So name those miracles. What would you love to have happen right now? At least name them to yourself, okay? All right, so let's dive in. All right, so we actually have two this month. We have two supermoons this month, okay? We have a couple of retrogrades moving right now. We have, what else do we have? Oh my gosh, like so much moving, okay? So much moving. That's not really important. What's really important is that you get the messages. You probably know that. You've heard all the knowledge on that. We really want to utilize this, because what this means is everything's amplified, okay? So what you are meant to get conscious of right now, what you're meant to become aware of right now, okay, is amplified. Also, your ability to receive what is yours to receive, and more of who you're here to be, more of what you're here to enjoy, more of what you're here to have is also amplified. So the intensity is through the roof. And we have these portals open, if you like, what they call the line gates. And inside of sacred geometry, we utilize that in a very specific way, okay? So get conscious of that. What is amplifying for you right now? What are you feeling right now? Okay. What are you wanting right now? Because those things are all going to be amplified. Okay. So get conscious of that. What is that for you? So it will reveal a great deal for you if you let it. Okay. If you let it. So we have something called in the 4 elements of your sacred geometry soul design signature, your 4 straight signature, your root wind signature. Don't worry if you don't know what that is. If you do, you know how to utilize that, whichever layer you're in inside of Liberate Me. Okay. And so sometimes that can be blocked, and it can't reveal to you what you want it to reveal. You can't get to it, but you know it's there. Or it might, depending how potent it is for you right now, you may be having some reveal. So what is being revealed to you lately, whether you feel you have access to that or not? Now, as you come and Liberate Me, obviously we give you your creation activation readings, okay, your messages and activations on your micro, macro, sacred geometry. That is my soul design IP mission, my gift, my pre-qualification to be able to do that on your behalf, but also show you how to access that and activate that more and more and more as you master your sacred geometry and how to utilize all of it. So it will reveal a great deal. What is it that's being revealed to you right now? What can you feel, or what do you feel is trying to be revealed to you right now? Okay. And right now, you want the activation is to romanticize your emotions. Okay. Instead of vilifying your emotions, whether they're angry, sad, rejecting, running away, whatever it is for you, what are the emotions you're having right now? Romanticize them, be romantic with them, get to know them, because they are not what they seem, and they have incredible activation power in them to create what you desire, or even better, in this moment, like super, super, super style. Okay. So it may reveal itself in emotions you're having. It may reveal itself in situations you're having, and particularly negative ones and positive ones. Okay, so what are the negative things that are amplified for you right now? And what are the positive things that are amplified for you right now? There is some powerful activating energy here. So if you're not getting what things really are and what's moving, and you're not coming aware of your sacred geometry soul design, and the truth in that, the first step is to get clear on that truth. There's a lot getting in the way of the truth. We can help you with that. Okay, if you're inside of Liberate Me, obviously we're going to help you with that. If you're outside of Liberate Me and you've not had a sacred geometry soul design activation reading, you don't know what your soul design is, or you've had it, but you haven't moved forward with it yet, please reach out and ask questions. I want you all to get the most creation out of this super potent time. Okay, so what we don't appreciate, what is it that you do not appreciate about your reality right now? That's okay if you don't appreciate it, because it's happening for you, not to you. You want to utilize it. It is your sacred geometry creation in action. Okay, so what is it that you do not appreciate right now? Write that down, put it in the chat, be with the reciprocation. If we reciprocate this energy by acknowledging it in this way, it will start working on your behalf automatically. So it's created for you, no matter how negative these things may seem, what you're not appreciating in your reality right now. It's okay. You get to feel that way. You're meant to feel that way. But also have a what we call a polarity emotion, emotion elevation. What does that mean? Have two emotions at once. Okay. So feel those negative things and also be excited about how you can utilize this, because it's not obvious, it's not logical, it's not what everybody would say to do and what action they would tell you to take, or what the logical action is to take towards that negative things, feelings, emotions, or things you're not appreciating in your reality right now. It's actually to be utilized. So, or even if you feel you've already taken the action or the logical action, it does not matter, okay? Because it's all beautiful, it's all coming just as it requires to land, and it can all be utilized. This means from where you are now, okay? And it's using that negative, using those amplified negative emotions, amplified situations you're not appreciating in your reality right now. What are they? You've got your miracles that you want to create for Supermoon, to take that pain to power and into gold, into what you want it to be, to change its form. So with that person, with that wealth problem, with that thing, with that situation, anything, okay? As you can change its form. So it's not like out with the old and in with the new, literally like get rid of what's not serving you, get rid of that love relationship, get rid of that business, get rid of that job. It may be, okay? But sacred geometry will do that on your behalf as you reciprocate it and transcend this. But more so, it can actually change the form of all those things in miraculous ways, as if you have a new love life or a new business or whatever it is that you're really desiring to turn into a miracle right now. Okay, because those energies, those people, those situations have also been running from elements of their soul design signature called the root wound and the fourth trait, which is their not selves. Okay, so things are not always what they seem. So how can you nourish and support your sacred geometry messages? Okay, number one, note down the miracles you want, that future vision, but really is a now vision. It's already pre-created. Okay, we're not trying to make things happen. We're just, instead of trying to get an outcome, you're trying to activate an incoming from your sacred geometry, reality world in the unseen, greater universe, okay, Supermoon, okay, which is the greater universe, is very close to the earth right now, very close to you. And within that, you have your own sacred geometry reality world where everything is pre-created for you. And it's about activating that to come in, okay? And it's super logical and super easy, right? It's as easy as we make it, I should say, okay? Yeah. So what is that future vision, okay, of what you desire, even though it's in the now, in work, okay, in love, whatever it is, something that you would love to have a miraculous turnaround. As there's a powerful access point right now that isn't available at other times. So this only comes through a point of higher intelligence from your sacred geometry to receive it, okay, from that sacred geometry reality world, and reveal a new truth. So see what's your feelings being revealed to you, or if you don't know what's being revealed to you, you can reach out. We can have a look what those new reveals or that truth or revelations are of what is truly really possible for you in the movement of these negative, shitty situations in love, money, whatever it may be, or your reality, you're not appreciating your reality the way it is now in certain elements. And you want to be really honest about that. That doesn't make you a bad person, even where it may seem hopeless right now, or even if it just feels a bit slow or stagnant. It's all happening for you, not to you. Huge time to utilize this. So this is not about leaving your ego aside, staying in gratitude and appreciation, right? Conscious to proper belief. It's being in gratitude and appreciation for all of this, to utilize it all. So it's not about going into meditation or going into your intuition right now, because all of those can be polluted with your full straight signature and your root wound signature in the negative. So they're lying to you. Okay, they can be. So you want to get clear on that. Go to the truth in your micro sacred geometry signature. And inside of that, be prepared to hear what you don't want to hear or what the full straight doesn't want you to hear. That's actually going to set you free and is the truth. So you can start to activate this energy. If you're inside to Liberate Me, you get to know, you know how to do this, right? Or you can reach out to get support with that. If you're not, you can reach out for your signature to get some insight. If you've had your signature, you can ask questions, no problem. Happy to answer a question or two, just reach out. Links should be in the box below. Okay, so get prepared for what we don't want to hear. But as you hear it, you're going to feel the truth. You're going to get to see the big dreams and what the truth is, so you can abundantly and joyfully bring in what is the truth about all of this, okay? Which is not the obvious. So allow the insight from your sacred geometry to reach you. Nothing is what it seems right now, okay? So feel into all of that for you, okay? Feel into that. And right now, to access some of that negative that might be amplified, that is really positive, we're just going to transcend it to positive, bring in the creation, the income of what you desire, or even better, those miracles. Ask yourself what I feel angry about right now. I feel angry because X. I feel angry because X. Full permission, okay? Because we're going to utilize it specifically. You're going to feel angry and excited about it because it's not what it seems. And in your sacred geometry, this moment in the supermoon and the retrogrades and the lion's gate and the sacred geometry reality world bespoke to you, okay? And the micro sacred geometry signature bespoke to you. It's for you and it's here for you now. So don't just jump into what excites you, because that could be the full straight signature, the root rune signature moving. But really, what scares you? What really scares you? What you want to run from right now? What is it that scares you right now? What is it that you want to run from right now? That's where the biggest power is right now. So write that down. Even if you don't move into it, even reciprocating it and writing it down and being super honest with yourself is to take a step forward, and that you also start to see creation happen automatically. Okay, so it's a massive shifting out of the old and into the new. But that doesn't mean we just get rid of the old and in with the new, right? We get rid of the house when we get it. This may happen naturally, automatically, but you don't require to do that. You just require to reciprocate your geometry on what was old. So it could be the same person, same place, same business, suddenly seems brand new, okay? And some of the things can move out physically as well, and that's okay, but we don't have to decide that. We just reciprocate the messages and the activations inside our sacred geometry, and it does it all for you. Pretty cool. Sip of water for me. All right. So it's all moving right now. And it's about letting go of what's serving you, but not in the way we've been taught, if you like, in the woke world, which is like, oh, well, my husband's not serving me, or my business is not serving me, or my coach is not serving me, or my lifestyle is not serving me, or the food I'm eating is not serving me, so I'm just going to change it. Okay? That's not it. Because inside of that negative situation is actually a very different message from your sacred geometry for what that is here for and how to utilize it. Okay? So it's not first let go of all that anger, let go of all those feelings you're feeling, let go of what you're not appreciating right now. No, don't let go. We'll keep it, okay? Because we want to utilize it. We don't want to offload it. That would be a creation bypass, okay? That's why it can get frustrating when these energies are moving. It's like, how do I utilize this? This is how, very specifically and precisely with, yes, these big energies in the supermoon moving, the universe, your sacred geometry reality world, you can't see it, but it's very, very real. We have one each. And your micro sacred geometry in your being, okay? That is your soul design signature, and getting the messages from that. You don't know what they are, you can reach out here. Inside Liberate Me, all of you lovelies, you know how to do some of that, okay? And start to activate this now and utilize all of this on steroids. So get the messages from your sacred geometry, not from what seems logical. All right. But even if you followed what is logical, you're like, oh no, now I've messed it up. No, you haven't. It's all working beautifully. The more mess right now, the more amplification of that, the more creation there is. Okay. And also what is here right now, see if you're feeling this, is doubt. So doubt is a big false trait, that you're feeling doubt energy, self-doubt, or you're doubting someone else, or you're doubting your business, you're doubting your family, you're doubting your kids, you're doubting something. Dial into that, okay? And it may even be amplified right now. It may be something you were not doubting at all, and suddenly you started to doubt it and started to take action on that. You want to pull that back a bit, okay? Don't follow that. If you have, don't worry. You can just transcend it and release that and step over that and say, I had doubt and I don't now. I know I'm here to utilize this for something else. Okay? So don't just release the doubt or buy into the doubt, but find the truth in the doubt and the message that is coming from your sacred geometry, your bespoke soul design signature, and activate that very specifically to income, to have those miracles or those creations of what you desire to come in, and get into the center of your sacred geometry here to receive that message through that true empowerment in what we call emotional elevation, unhooking, making it not matter the way false traits want to make it matter, taking radical self-responsibility for that. And my gosh, this stuff will move for you beautifully. Okay, so relationships are big here right now. So look at how you're relating to others, where doubt is playing in. And doubt is control. It's a type of false trait, control and judgment. And it makes grand conclusions that are not for you. Okay, unless it's utilized correctly, then it's all for you. It's all beautiful. Okay, you're not broken. You do not need fixing, as we always say, liberate me, because it's true. And look at what it is for you and what seems to, where that seems to be burning with kind of like a violent flame. You may even be feeling a bit violent or angry, whatever it is, that's okay. The fire is the final access point to creation. Okay, there's water, emotions, air, thoughts, fire. Okay, it doesn't come without that. Okay, so that's okay. It's okay to feel that right now and utilize it in a sacred, loving manner, right? As much as possible. And this is going to shift into miraculous ways forward in love, where you desire change, in transformation, in your person, in yourself. It's available right now in amplified ways. So, on how you want your relationship dynamics to unfold with yourself, between you and you, with anyone else, it's here for you right now. Through knowing how to utilize the algorithm of your sacred geometry, from negative to positive to incoming creation of what you desire. All right. It's super potent. So the reality is you are in the feels, if you like. I feel angry because we were talking about earlier, and it feels like it's so true. You're in the feeling of doubt, okay? And it can be amplified. But the message from the sacred geometry sources that I want to give to you is that it's not reality. This is not the full reality. There's more they're wanting you to see here. And there is a glimpse that feels, and the glimpse is going to be like an invitation. So notice where you're getting invitations right now. It's going to feel like a jump, a leap, but jump into that glimpse, okay? That you feel is a yes for you, okay? If it's saying go for that, be willing to take the first step. Okay, it's not a huge climb, it's not incremental. This is real quantum energy here, okay? And when you say yes, there is so much support in your sacred geometry sources right now to assist you, and you will see new possibilities in a new way. You will see the world in a new way. You will see the person, thing, situation, or between you and you in that self-doubt, in that not appreciating the reality that you are in, that, or the negative feelings, okay, the negative situations. You will see it in a new way, in a very exciting way, to utilize it. And how your current situation, I don't care how horrendous it is right now, right, is so, so, so beautiful. As you see it with a new resonance, with your sacred geometry eyes and lenses. And if you don't know how to do that, we can help you with that. Obviously, if you're inside Liberate Me, we're going to help you for sure and activate that. But you've obviously got advanced access into understanding this. Okay. So this is what's available for you right now. What do you not want to do right now? Boundaries are not good. Okay. So the misunderstanding around these times is, oh, we need boundaries. Boundaries are walls. So where you feel you are giving your energy away, where you are saying no yes when you mean no, this is all for you right now. You want to utilize it in a very different way. You don't want to create boundaries and say, I'm not standing for that. Instead, you want to act on it in a way that and transcend it from your sacred geometry, soul design signature, and the greater macro sources that in play and the messages they have to give you bespoke to you, not put the boundaries up, right? Because if you put those up, nothing can come in. It manages the situation, it protects you from what you think is hurting you, but it's temporary, and it stops this beautiful creation, miraculous energy moving that's here for you now. And that's when you get supported, okay? When you move away from boundaries and into, oh, hold on, what is really going on here? What is really going on here? I want to understand this sense of trust with my sacred geometry. I want to remove those walls. And that's what boundaries are. They're outdated, new age, woke world. And they were useful, but they're no longer useful because they don't open up the doors, right? To bring in what you really desire in big ways, in miraculous ways. That new you, if you like, it's not really the new you, but you're just receiving more of who you're here to be and releasing more of what you are not, okay, very naturally, okay? Or you're a new partner, which isn't a new partner, could be the same partner, but it feels like new, a new life, okay? So it's all just transcended when we don't try to offload it through boundaries. So this may seem a bit crazy for some, and you're very welcome to come in and ask questions about that. Okay, so we're going to end up on a few more tips. Let's end up on a few more tips. So the supermoon means your sacred geometry reality world, we will have one each in the unseen, is close to you, closer than ever has been before, okay? Like the moon, the supermoon right now is closer to us. And so, yes, you're going to feel tidal waves amplify. And it's a great time. That means it is the best time, actually, for creation activation, okay? It is a window we have, okay? And the false trait signature in you, you're not self, not you, in trying to protect you, may try to stop you. So if you're having negative tidal waves, those doubts or things you're not appreciating in your reality right now, you can turn this around. And you're actually lucky to have those situations because you can turn it into creation of what you desire, or even better right now. So feeling that anger, that upset, that will amplify, and that will amplify now. See where you're feeling that. And as you do, as you transcend it, it will also amplify your creation power. Creation is creation, creation. Activating creation through reciprocation with these sources, okay? So it will respond as you respond, right? And you're in gratitude for everything. The things that are making you angry, the things that are causing you doubt, the things that you're not appreciating in your reality right now that are amplified, because there's pure gold in that, okay? You don't just want to go, but it's not serving me, so I'm out. You're actually like, I'm not out, I'm in. I feel what I feel towards this thing. And now I'm curious and excited on how to actually transcend that. Why is this so important right now? It is so important because this is a time for harvest, for the fruits of your labor. Okay, everything you've been being with your whole life, okay? It's about transcending this. Now it's going to deliver big time. It's time for the harvest, okay? So where you invested and you feel like, I invested, I'm not getting anything, or I have doubts, or I have these feelings, which are not what they seem, right? So know that it's going to give you the results now. It's like planting a seed and you're like, I've been investing in things, doing this thing, and I want big creation, I want a big harvest. And it is that time now. It's in the response. So if you follow your sacred geometry, if you reciprocate it, it can harvest for you what you desire, or even better, in love, in money, business, career, whatever it may be for you, what you desire, or even better, or something else entirely, but something that's going to please you. This is when it will bring the package to you, okay? But it's in reciprocation. This is what, and this will, be aware of this, okay? This will lead to what feels uncomfortable as it shifts, okay? Because it's shifting what is not yours out of you, okay? That doesn't mean shifting things out of your life, okay? But it's shifting what is not yours out of you, and it will some chaos, some destruction, and that will be amplified, but it's exciting. If you know how to utilize this, so you want to be in the know right now, okay? So if you're inside to Liberate Me, utilize this. You know how to reach out. You know how to be with us. If you're not, okay, you've never heard of this Sacred Geometry Soul Design Signature, you can grab it in the books. If you've had it, but you haven't joined Liberate Me or you haven't stepped in yet, you're very welcome to step out and ask some questions as you be with this. I wish that you get the most. My intention is for you to be with this and get the most creation that is here for you, okay? As you lead yourself into something so beautiful. So right now, some final activations for you. It's innovation is very big right now, and creativity. What does this mean? It's time for you to create from your Sacred Geometry Soul Design Signature. You have something called a Soul Design IP mission, what you're here to be, do, and enjoy. If you don't know what that is, we get to read that for you from your Sacred Geometry, okay? And so if you've had wacky, creative ideas or something you've never done, you've dreamed of, but you think, is that a real thing? Could that really actually happen? Yes, right? It's time to activate that in a very specific way to your Sacred Geometry elements. And so you can take the what's the most wild, far-fetched thing that you would love to come into reality right now? Choose it, okay? And into your experience, into this physical world, okay? You get to, at the moment, to activate that into your experience. But it's one thing to get the message and the activation from your Sacred Geometry. It's another thing, right, to bring that into your physical reality. That is all about mastering the Sacred Geometry in the macro to your micro Sacred Geometry Soul Design Signature, okay? So it's not generically understanding this stuff or talking about it or having knowledge about it. That doesn't really do it, okay? It's actually knowing what does it specifically mean to me and how do I utilize this, okay? And right now, with retrogrades, 2 of those, 2 supermoons, lots going on, the Lion's Gate, lots going on in the Sacred Geometry. It is also going to bring the past into the present. So what we call the root wound signature, the 4 straight signature in one of your 4 elements of your soul design signature. So these are things like exiled memories. So it's things that will visit you from the past. And this may happen literally in real life, like people reaching out or things happening that revisit you, or more so in your being and a remembering like, whoa, this happened. Wow, I didn't know this happened to me. I had no idea, but it's coming because it's happening for you to transcend it and turn it into that much love and creation. Because it was offloaded at the time, that means a creation bypass. It wasn't utilized, it was managed, fixed, not utilized. So this could literally happen in real life, the past coming back into the now, or in your being, kind of like a visit, maybe like a dream, a feeling, or whatever, whichever way it comes through. You may also be feeling more sleepy, tired, and as you're in that sleepy, tired, or in this amplified feelings, you remember something or something hits you. And it's very powerful for creation right now. If you know how to utilize that with your Sacred Geometry signature in very specific ways. And yes, it will become more intense as a Sacred Geometry right now is doing a lot of work behind the scenes. And the question is, but are you doing the Sacred Geometry work in your micro Sacred Geometry with your signature? If not, you're missing out on a huge opportunity here. So step into it. This is your invitation from Liberate Me, from Anita, from your soul, from the Sacred Geometry sources in this supermoon. And wow. And you will be getting invitations right now. Look out for that. That is something that is, and it may be between you and you. This is going to take you into your dreams. So the Sacred Geometry sources are saying right now, how do you utilize that? The answer has to be yes. No matter how many negative feelings you have or doubts or you're not appreciating your reality, the answer has to be yes. Okay, so you will be tested in this, in relationships, you will, between you and you, in doubt, in feeling angry about things or things triggering, you will be tested, but it's not what it seems. Romanticize those emotions, those feelings. Have a romantic relationship with them, going, You're making me feel like this, but I'm also excited, like I'm going to go form. So this will be inside of romantic relationships, both those feelings, mentor relationships, maybe business work, not doing, not having things happen in the way you want things to happen with friends, family, things just not going the way you want. Okay, you get to transcend this now into what you desire, or even better. So it's not just getting rid of them, okay, or boundaries, which actually puts up a wall, right? Boundaries are out of date, okay? They only work to protect you from what is yours to receive from the sacred geometry reality world, and keep you safe in the temple, but you never really feel safe because you don't need boundaries. So no more boundaries, okay? If we felt safe in who we're here to be, we wouldn't require them, okay? So it is to clear them out, but to create with what it's doing, what you're experiencing in your sacred geometry. This is a cleansing space, but not cleaning it out, transcending, transmuting, transitioning. So it's not literally getting rid of the old to bring in the new. That's really misunderstood. All right. So we start saying, no, not you, not you, not you, putting boundaries. This is very misunderstood. So you really want to get inside of this to understand what it means inside of your sacred geometry answers, inside of your signature. Okay, my loves. Thank you for those that have been here live. It's an exciting, potent time. And if you're watching the replay, welcome, reach out, questions, whatever you need. This is the most miraculous creation, harvesting ever. So this means quantum shifts right now, quantum creation right now. You could create more than most do in a year, okay, in this month, okay? And yet you have to say yes. So it's about playing your sacred geometry cards correctly, okay, in the way they've been designed for you. And that means it's good to be uncomfortable in these moments. There is going to be some chaos. And yes, there is going to be some disruption, okay, but you get to be with it in an elevated way to utilize it, to see it for what it's really here for. And that can be very exciting. There has to be this before the order comes into place. Kind of has to go into a bit disordered to cleanse, and going to cleanse the old to transcend it to the so-called new. Not get rid of the old, okay? Very different thing. So you have the power at the moment in that. And you also have the power to not be affected as you usually would be by these doubts, the things you're not appreciating in your reality, by what you feel angry about. So you have the power not to feel affected as you usually would be by the emotional chaos. Because if you've got your sacred geometry signature and your sacred geometry messages here, you can focus on that and keep your head, your heart, your soul high, elevate, to use this, okay? Because they are here in very specific ways, because that's the only way this can be done for you, through you, with you. So stay focused on that. If you don't know what that is for you, you ask, right? Okay, if you're in Liberate Me, you probably know what some of this is already, okay? But you get to be with all of this and come through on your channels to get more messages bespoke to you. So right now, the message is to be strong, okay? And it's okay to make mistakes and come back in and activate all that is here for you, okay? There is so much here. I'm going to stop it here for today. Thank you for being here. Feel free to comment in the live chat or in the comments if you're watching this on the replay of one word you're feeling right now, right? At the end. I would love to hear from you. Obviously, those inside of Liberate Me, I know I hear from you. From those that would like their sacred geometry soul design signature right now, to learn more on how to utilize this in the super potent moment, get in first, because there can be some waiting time, obviously, because they're created bespoke for you. You get your reading, your signature bespoke to you. There's nothing off the shelf in Liberate Me, because it is bespoke to you. Generic knowledge just does not do it, okay? And those of you that may have had your sacred geometry signature and readings and haven't stepped into deeper experiences just yet, you're also very welcome. We love you all in the Sacred Geometry Collective. We are one, after all, okay? Reach out with any questions you have. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy this ride. It's going to be a beautiful one, okay? If you allow that in and work with it. This has been Anita of Liberate Me. Thank you so much. And I shall speak to you soon. Lots and lots of love. Bye-bye.